This morning, we're joined by Madeline Somerville. She's a Democratic strategist and former Democratic speechwriter. Also joining us is Julie Harris. She's the president of the National Federation of Republican Women. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So let's start with crime. President Trump leaving no stone unturned when it comes to cracking down on violence plaguing many of our cities across the United States. But of course, the blue states are fighting back, saying they don't need his help. Here's what residents of Los Angeles have to say about it.
Do you think Los Angeles would benefit from something like that?
Oh, hell yes. Yes, get them out here. Yeah, without question. Talk to anybody. Yeah, it's awful.
I think it would be harder to do here. I think he has more leeway over there because it's not a state.
But there's no reason for D.C. not to be completely safe. It's the home, the capital of the United States. And there's no excuse for that. No excuse for this being unsafe either. If you go down right here, we're pretty good. 3 blocks that way, 3 blocks that way. Not so good.
Something could be done. I know that this state is, we got the mayor here and we got the governor here that is totally against anything like that. I don't really know why.
We're on 7th Street. She's literally walking naked on the street. And the cars are rolling by. It's just another Tuesday, It's unbelievable.
If your car door is unlocked, everything in there will get stolen.
Pam Bondi meeting with NYPD Commissioner Jessica Tisch, who told the Attorney General the Big Apple has crime under control. Julie, the thing is that as we've heard, from Democrats all across America, there's no problem. But you also heard from the people on the streets who welcome President Trump's plan to bring about law and order in their local neighborhoods. What say you?
Trump wins on this issue either way you look at it. Whether his coming into these cities force the governors and the mayors to do their job and to protect their citizens, or whether he comes in and brings law and order, either way it's good for him. Because on one hand, he has forced their hand and now they're doing their job. Or he will come in himself and bring law and order. This is what Americans elected him to do. This is a winning issue because it's good for the American citizens. I'm glad to see it. And one of two things will happen. We'll either have the federal government come in and bring law and order, or these governors and mayors can do it on their own.
Madeline, how can your fellow Democrats be so opposed and against what the president is trying to do? Protect citizens, neighborhoods, businesses.
So I have worked really hard to try to establish credibility with people on the right so that when a time like this came, that I have a chance of getting my message through. So this here, let's just be clear, the official statement from the White House is that Trump's deployment of the National Guard has nothing to do with crime. That's the official statement from the White House. And the National Guard's orders, when they get to these 19 different states where they're being deployed, is to do clerical work and fingerprinting. They're literally saying it has nothing to do with crime because they're not allowed, they can't make arrests. They're not allowed to do any of those things. All the difference in crime that you've seen in D.C. is because of demonstrations of force, which is also not allowed under the rule of posse comitatus. This is the thing that we've been afraid of. I am not Trump derangement syndrome. I am not somebody who exaggerates. This I'm worried about.
Your exaggerations are loud. Why? Because the numbers are down. So clearly, it's effective. And I don't know any ordinary, prudent, reasonable person that doesn't feel safer when they see any member of law enforcement in uniform nearby. It deters crime from happening and people feel safer. But pivoting, President Trump having a very busy Monday, first meeting with the president of South Korea, and then signing 4 more executive orders, bringing his total to 196 since taking office in January. They include prosecuting the burning of the American flag and ending cashless bail in Washington, D.C. President Trump, well, he had to say this.
Any street all over the country, cashless bail, we're ending it. But we're starting by ending it in D.C., and that we have the right to do through federalization. What happens when you burn a flag is the area goes crazy. If you have hundreds of people, they go crazy. You can do other things. You can burn this piece of paper. But when you burn the American flag, it incites riots.
You know, Julie, people all across America are saying, praise the Lord and pass the law and order. What say you?
Well, let's look at that executive order. You know, the left is going crazy. This is an attack on free speech. It's not. He said it right there. If I am on the streets of D.C. and I decide I want to burn my trash rather than throw it in a trash can and I light it on fire, I'm going to be prosecuted. If I steal someone's property and light it on fire, I'm going to be prosecuted. This executive order works within the constitutional bounds already of laws that exist, but we've looked the other way because they were burning a flag, and somehow that makes all the other laws ineffective. So this is just operating within the bounds of the laws that are already there. It's a good executive order. I agree. Americans are going to be happy about this if the mainstream media and the left will be honest about what the executive order actually says.